right, ladies and gentlemen, we are just 6 minutes away from the final session of the World Powerlifting Pacific Challenge here at the Fitness Show Sydney. One final session to go. All right, athletes, if you can hear me, that is a 5-minute call. 5 minutes before lifting begins. Athletes, this is a 3-minute call. No further changes to attempts. No further changes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a very exciting session of lifting here with having a look now and an opener set at 355 on the squat. Going to be putting this stage under a lot of pressure. I'd like to invite our referees to the platform. In the head chair today, ladies and gentlemen, Stan Hammond. On the far side of the platform, over to your right, is Serena Perry. And on the left of the platform, Mary Mackin. 1 minute and 30 seconds before lifting begins. Just 60 seconds to go now, ladies and gentlemen. Our first lifter out to the platform will be Maxine Edwards. All the way from UA. 135 kilograms. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you are here watching the World Powerlifting Pacific Challenge. And these lifters are kicking off with the squat in just 10 seconds time. Starting with Maxine Edwards and 135 kilogram opening squat attempt. And a bar is loaded for Maxine Edwards. Very fast 135 kilogram squat there from Maxine, and a good lift it is. Next lifter out to the platform, and 148 kilograms is going on the bar. Susanna Ianella. Seemingly countryless. $148. The bar is loaded for Susanna. A nice, comfortable opening squat there, and white lights it is at 148. 148 remaining on the bar now for Casey O'Malley from New Zealand in the 72 kilogram class here. And the bar is loaded for Casey O'Malley at 148. Again, comfortable opening attempt there, and no problem, and white lights from the referees. These ladies coming out with double bodyweight squats to start with. Quite casual at that. Kelly Fagan is up next, and 153 is to go on the bar. Kelly representing Australia, and also 72 kilogram class today. Weighing in light at just 69.55. Yeah, and the bar is loaded for Kelly at 153. Comfortable squat. It's back in the rack, and white lights at 153 for Kelly. Isabella Thompson, also representing Australia, and also a 72 kilogram class lifter, and 164 is going on the bar now for her. Coached by Robert Wilkes. And the bar is loaded now for Isabella Thompson at 164. Back in the rack, very steady walkout, but a fast squat, and 3 white lights it is for Isabella Thompson from Australia. Another New Zealand lifter coming out next, and also in the 72 kilogram class, and 172 going on the bar this time. And the bar is loaded for Barbara, 172. Nice smooth squat, and white lights it is. 3 of them in fact at 172 for Barbara. Moving out now to Bria de Jong, representing Australia here. 185 kilograms is going on the bar. Around about 408 pounds. Bria has a tremendous squat, ladies and gentlemen. I expect this to move very quickly. And the bar is loaded for Bria at 185 kilograms. Looks like a rack height is incorrect. Spotters and loaders fixing that one up. And the bar's loaded once again. Making 180 look very light, and 3 white lights it is at 185 for Bria de Jong. Moving on now to a number of male competitors in this round, and 285 kilograms is going on the bar for Connor Stanfield, representing New Zealand in the 120 kilogram class. And the bar is loaded for Connor Stanfield, 285 opening squat attempts. back in the rack. The referee's decision is good, and 3 white lights there for Connor Stanfield of New Zealand. Fellow New Zealander coming out. James Tavaga, 290, just adding 5 kilograms to the bar. 290 for squat number 1. And the bar is loaded now for James at 290 kilograms. Once again, squat rack's not quite right for the lifter. The bar's loaded. He stood up, ladies and gentlemen. The referee's decision is, can't quite see, it looks good. It is good, and 2 white lights. Things are starting to get very serious now, and 350 kilograms is being loaded onto the bar for Tony, representing Australia on the 120 plus kilogram class. 350, and remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is an opening squat. There's still 2 further attempts after this. Tony Rainmouth, 350 kilogram opening squat attempt. Yeah, racks in. And the bar is loaded now. 350 kilograms. It's back in the rack, maybe misgrooving that a little bit, but white lights nonetheless at 350 kilograms. And a good lift from Tony, and now we're throwing on another 5 kilograms, ladies and gentlemen, taking up to 355 kilograms. Joe Whittaker from New Zealand, I believe the Oceania champion. 355 opening squat here for Joe Whittaker. And the bar is loaded now for Joe Whittaker, 355 kilograms. Amazing control there with such a huge lift and 3 white lights. Not a problem there for Joe Whittaker. 355s. Unbelievable weights, ladies and gentlemen, here. Absolutely crush a regular person. After taking a few plates off, ladies and gentlemen, great job from the spotters and loaders there. Back to the top of the round, and 145 is going on the bar for Maxine Edwards. And the bar is loaded for Maxine at 145. Still a nice comfortable lift there, and good lift it is, and 3 white lights from Maxine at 145. Casey O'Malley from New Zealand next, coming into our 72 kilogram class, ladies, and 155 is going on the bar next. And a bar is loaded for Casey. And white lights once again for Casey, and a good attempt there at 155. Susanna up next. And 159 is going on the bar for her. And the bar is loaded now for Susanna Yanella. I don't think there's a question there. Great lift and 3 white lights. 10 kilograms is going on the bar now and taking it to 169. But Kelly Fagan representing Australia, also the 72 kilogram class. 169 for a second attempt. And the bar is loaded for Kelly. Second attempt at 169 kilograms. Nice squat. Waiting for a decision here from the far referee. And 3 white lights it is. $171 now going on the bar for Isabella Thompson. Out of Melbourne University, representing Australia today, 171. Squat number 2, and the bar is loaded for Isabella. She's stood up, ladies and gentlemen. And 3 white lights it is again, once again for Isabella Thompson. Successful at 171. Final 72 kilogram class. Lifter here from New Zealand. And 180 kilograms is going on the bar. And the bar is loaded for Barbara at 180 kilograms. It looks good from here, ladies and gentlemen, and the referees agree. And 3 white lights and 180 kilograms for Barbara. Any of those regular gym goers out there, that's 4 plates aside, gentlemen. Bria de Jong now coming out to a massive 196 kilogram second attempt squat, and the bar is loaded for Bria. Wow. 3 white lights once again at 196 for Bria. Every time I see this girl compete, I get blown away. Almost not even an effort on her face for that lift.
Barbara's next attempt is a world record, her own record. World record? Her own record.
James Tavaga is next out to the platform and attempting a 300 kilogram squat here. Successful at 290. He's now looking for 300 and the bar is loaded for James. And that squat looked better than his first, ladies and gentlemen. 2 white lights, it's a good lift. 300 successful attempts. 300 remaining on the bar now for Connor Stanfield, also from New Zealand. And a bar is loaded for Connor at 300 kilograms also. Successful at 285 and now 300. Just shaking the head at the bottom there. Not quite this time, and great catch from the spotters. Well done, lads. We now have Big Tony representing Australia today in 365 kilograms. Second squat attempt. Successfully completed 350. 365 next out for Tony. And the bar is loaded now at 365 kilograms. Finding his groove on that one this time. And a good lift and 3 white lights there for Tony at 365. Little misgroove on the opener at 350, but making 365 look nice and fast. Moving into his third, and now final squat of squat number 2 here for these lifters, and 370 is going on the bar for Joe Whittaker of New Zealand. $370 kilograms, and the bar is loaded. Lifters coming off the platform. Looks like there might be an issue with the rack heights. Going to restart the time, and the bar is loaded once again. This is 370 kilograms, ladies and gentlemen, a massive weight. And he has stood back up. He's got a rack call from the referees. Need a decision, and 2 white lights. It's a good lift. It may have been called on squat depth on the far side. If you're unaware of squat depth, ladies and gentlemen, the hip crease at the top of the thigh must go below the top of the knee in the bottom of the squat. But 2 white lights and majority rules is a good lift. Huge lifting there at 370 kilograms from Joe. We're moving into our squat number 3, ladies and gentlemen, and the final squat attempt for these lifters today. We have potentially 2 world records falling in this attempt of squat number 3. But right now, Maxine Edwards in 160, and the bar is loaded for Maxine. Oh, very fast third attempt there at 160, and white lights it is indeed. Great lifting from the lifter from Niue. Just a kilo going on the bar now, and 161 for Casey from New Zealand. Third and final squat for Casey at 161 kilograms. And the bar is loaded for Casey at 161. A shake of the head there at the bottom. Not quite there today, unable to stand up. Still walks away with a successful 155 on her second. Susanna next. Coming out to 164 kilograms. Third and final squat for her. And the bar is loaded for Susanna at 164. Just not quite there this time, and great catch from the spotters and loaders there. Well done, lads. Unlucky this time, Susanna. Still a successful 159 on the board. And we will be moving now through to Isabella Thompson at 174 kilograms. And a bar is loaded for Isabella Thompson, 174, third and final squat attempt. Unlucky once again, and thank you to the spotters and loaders catching that one. Just missing out on the 174, but taking a 171 on a second is Isabella Thompson, and next out to the platform is Kelly Fagan in 177. And the bar is loaded now for Kelly. 177 kilograms on the bar. Third and final squat. Dropped into the bottom there, but powerful out. And 3 white lights it is for Kelly at 177. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have the New Zealand lifter, Barbara Alva'a. This is a world record attempt, ladies and gentlemen. I believe to beat her own world record. World record attempt, 186 kilograms. And the bar is loaded.
It's her own record. It's her own record.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a huge squat attempt here at 186. Get up! Unlucky this time. Just missing out on the 186. But Barbara owns the current record. So no doubt she'll be back to have another crack at that very shortly. Speaking of world records, Bria de Jong from Australia coming out to attempt 206 kilograms in the squat for another world record attempt. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a sub-junior world record attempt here at 206. Bria de Jong, the bar is loaded. Wow! That is humongous lifting, ladies and gentlemen, and white lights it is! New sub-junior world record squat from Bria de Jong. Unbelievable lifting. Connor Stanfield from New Zealand is next out to the platform and missing this lift on his second attempt, now coming out to re-attempt 300 kilograms. This is an immense weight, and the bar is loaded for Connor at 300. Not there again this time, unfortunately for Connor. Still a 285 on the board for him on his opening squat. And we will be moving on now to 315 kilograms. James Tavaga coming out next. Successfully completing 290. Successful at 300 and now attempting a 315 on his third and final squat here at the World Powerlifting Pacific Challenge. And now the bar is loaded at 315 for James Tavaga. Unlucky this time, and a great save once again from the spotting and loading team out there. Very scary job, ladies and gentlemen, trying to catch a huge weight over 300 kilograms. The next two lifters, ladies and gentlemen, are really pushing the limits of the stage. And 375 for a new Australian squat record in the 120 plus kilogram class. And now the bar is loaded for Tony at 375 for a new Australian squat record in the 120 plus kilogram class. Wow, he looks like he's done it, ladies and gentlemen. The referee's decision is it's a good lift and a new Australian record of the 120 plus at 375. Trading blows now, Tony and Joe. Tony now at 375, Joe at 370 with one lift to go. Joe representing New Zealand is next out with 380 kilograms. Very tight already here. $14 racks. This will be the biggest squat attempt, ladies and gentlemen, at 380 kilograms, 837.7 pounds. Joe Whittaker of New Zealand, bars loaded. That is unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. It looks good from where I'm standing. And it's two white lights and a good lift. Huge stuff here in 380 kilograms. Massive lifting there. And just 5 kilograms in it now between Tony and Joe in the 120 plus kilogram class today. It should be a very exciting battle. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to have a few minutes between bench, squat and bench press. Don't go anywhere though, there is lots more action to come. We're going to see some monster lifts. If you need a t-shirt, if you need some official apparel, we just have a few left, ladies and gentlemen. They're running out quick. Come over and grab yourself a shirt. Once again, we're here at the World Powerlifting Pacific Challenge, ladies and gentlemen. World records are being set. Australian records are being set. I can run out of voice soon. right, ladies and gentlemen, we're just a touch over 5 minutes away from the bench press. Lifters, this is your final opportunity to change openers. 5 minutes remaining before bench press begins. All right, athletes, that is 3 minutes. No further changes to attempts. No further changes. 3 minutes before lifting begins here in the bench press. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the World Powerlifting Pacific Challenge. Referees are now joining us on the platform, ladies and gentlemen. Once again in the head chair, Stan Hammond. Over to your right is Serena Perry. And on the left, Mary Mackin. 1 minute and 30 seconds remains before the beginning of bench press, and we will see Maxine Edwards from Niue at 60 kilograms. Our team of spotters and loaders also joining us on the platform after a few big catches on squats. Multiple record attempts, one world record broken, Australian record broken in the squats. What can we do here in the bench press, ladies and gentlemen? We will find out very shortly. "30 seconds now before lifting begins, ladies and gentlemen. And if I had a seat, I'd be on the edge of it. 60 kilograms. for Maxine Edwards, coming off a 160 kilogram squat. Representing New 8 today, and the bar is loaded for Maxine Edwards at 60 kilograms. First bench press attempt. Very easy opening attempt there, and just waiting for a decision from Mary. 3 white lights it is at 60 kilograms. Successful attempt, and now Casey O'Malley from New Zealand in the 72 kilogram class, coming out to 70 kilograms on her opening bench press attempt. And the bar is loaded now for Casey O'Malley at 70 kilograms. Nice, easy attempt at 70 there from Casey. White lights it is. Successful attempt, and bar jumping from 60 to 70 there, now from 70 to 80 kilograms for Kelly Fagan, representing Australia, an 80 kilogram opening bench press. Also in the 72 kilogram class today. And the bar is loaded. Very easy attempt there for Kelly at 80 kilograms. Just 2 kilograms going on the bar now. 82 going up for Isabella Thompson, representing Australia also. It looks like the bar is loaded. 82 kilograms for Isabella. $171 kilogram squat earlier, ladies and gentlemen, and now attempting to add 82 kilograms to that. And it's back in the rack, and it is 3 white lights at 82 kilos. Moving up now to 88. Susanna Yanella, 88 kilograms on the bar for her opening attempt, squatting 159 earlier. Now the bar is loaded at 88 kilograms. Yesterday. Nice controlled press. And 3 white lights it is. Moving on now to Bria de Jong, our sub-junior lifter at 94 kilograms. This is coming off the back of a 206 kilogram squat, ladies and gentlemen, at just 17 years old. Now coming out to a 94, and the bar is loaded at 94 for Bria de Jong. World record holder in the squat. And making light work of 94 as well. Just unbelievable athlete, Bria. Barbara coming off a huge 180 squat. And a record attempt on her third. Unfortunately, just missed it. Does own the record. And now 104 kilograms on the bench, and the bar is loaded for Barbara from New Zealand. Absolutely massive opening attempt here, ladies and gentlemen, at 104. Wait, the bar is not loaded. The bar is not loaded. They have a bit of a misload. And now the bar is loaded. 104 is in fact on the bar this time. .180 squat earlier, looking for 104 bench press now. I'm sure there's a few people out there who have attempted 100 kilo bench press and failed. At just touch over 70 kilos body weight. Lovely looking press at that. And it is a good lift, and 3 white lights at 104 for Barbara Alva'a. James Savaga from New Zealand also is next up, and a 160 is going on the bar for him. Best squat of 300 just earlier today. Now looking for 160, and the bar is loaded for James. A very nice easy press there for James at 160. Good lift and 3 white lights, and we're moving now on a lifter who competed earlier in 3 lift from Nauru, coming out just for bench only, I believe, in this session. And 172 will be going on the bar for him after lifting 3 lifts today already. Coming out for bench only once again, and 172 kilograms, and the bar is loaded for Taggart. Great looking bench press once again from the Nauruan. 172 is on the board, and already completed a 3 lift, ladies and gentlemen, today. So we'll be running a bit of fatigue, but 172 looked good. 175 is going on the bar next for Connor of New Zealand. 285 squatter now, 175, and the bar is loaded for Connor. A nice easy attempt there at 175 for Connor. $180 is going on the bar next. Another Nauruan lifter. Angan Gadubu. 180 kilogram opening bench press attempt. And the bar is loaded at 180 kilograms. Weighing in just a fraction over 90 kilograms body weight, so this is very close to a twice body weight bench press, ladies and gentlemen. And making 180 look like a piece of cake, and 3 white lights. Great lifting there from the Nauruan. Jumping up now to 210 is Joe Whittaker from New Zealand. Joe finishing with a massive squat of 380 kilograms just a few minutes ago. Now attempting 210 kilograms on the bench press. And the bar is loaded for Joe Whittaker at 210. A very fast bench press there at 210. 3 white lights without a doubt. And now the big man, Tony, coming off an Australian national squat record of 375, is now coming out to a massive 225 kilogram bench press, ladies and gentlemen. Most people in their life will never even squat 225, but now have we got a bar loaded? The bar is loaded now in 225 for Tony. Very nice bench press there. And white lights it is for Tony at 225, and moves up 10 kilograms over Joe Whittaker there at the subtotal. This is going to be a very interesting battle moving into deadlifts, ladies and gentlemen. It's very close on the 120 plus. But right now, we are moving back to the top of the round and back to Maxine Edwards at 70 kilograms. Looking to add another 10 kilograms here. Lifter from Niue. Just awaiting the call from the chief referee, and the bar is loaded now at 70 kilograms for Maxine Edwards. Looked a little bit tough through the middle, but she has pressed it out. And the referee's decision is good, and 3 white lights there. She looks happy too. 6 more kilograms being added to the bar, and 76 is next out for Casey O'Malley from New Zealand. Second bench press attempt. And the bar is loaded for Casey O'Malley. Not quite there on that one today. May have misgrooved it off the chest a little bit. Unsuccessful, unfortunately, there. Moving right along, and 85 kilograms is next on the bar, and Kelly Fagan from Australia coming out to attempt 85 for a second bench press. And the bar is loaded for Kelly. Oh, another nice clean press. And undoubtedly 3 white lights once again for Kelly there at 85. Isabella Thompson is next out, and 85 will remain on the bar, and the bar is loaded now for Isabella, also in the 72 kilogram class, and also representing Australia today. She has pressed it out, ladies and gentlemen, and it is 3 white lights once again for Isabella. Susanna Yanella, 94 kilograms going on the bar for her. Successful, 88. And a bar is loaded for Susanna. Nice smooth press there once again, and 3 white lights it is. Successful 94 kilograms. And next out we have our sub-junior lifter, Bria De Jong, and 101 kilograms, ladies and gentlemen. Just 17 years of age. Multiple world record holder. And the bar is loaded at 101 kilograms for Bria De Jong. She has pressed it out. And it is white lights once again at 101 and a successful attempt there for Bria. 110 is next up, and this is an absolutely monstrous bench press, ladies and gentlemen. Barbara Alvara from New Zealand, just 70.75 kilograms on the scales. And a bar is loaded for Barbara at 110 kilograms. Just dropping on the left there a little bit and unable to press it out. Still got a smile on her face. Still has one more attempt there and may come out again at 110. Another New Zealand lifter now, James Tavaga. 170 kilograms going on the bench. Previously pressing 160 successfully now. The bar is loaded at 170 for James. Very smooth press once again from James, and white lights it is. Quite comfortable there on the 170 still. One attempt remaining for him. Once again coming off the back of a 3-lift competition earlier today. The Nauruan lifter Taggart coming out to a 180 kilogram bench press, and the bar is loaded at 180. That is a wonderful looking press, and white lights it is at 180 kilograms. Huge lifting and weighing in at just 84.95, ladies and gentlemen. So massive lift at 180 there. 185 is next up for Connor. The lifter from New Zealand, successful at 175, and now the bar is loaded at 185. And 3 white lights once again from Connor at 185 kilograms. And now another Nauruan lifter, Angan Kadubu. 190 is going on the bar, successful at 180. And now 190 kilograms at just 90.35 kilograms body weight. Coach just giving some instructions here. And I believe the bar is loaded at 190 kilograms. Just a touch over 90 kilograms body weight, ladies and gentlemen. This is a 190 kilogram press attempt. And so smooth at that. 3 white lights it is. That is huge bench pressing. Massive stuff. 190 at just 90 kilograms body weight. The big New Zealander Joe Whittaker is next out, and 220 kilograms is going on the bar for his second bench press attempts. Just going to give the floor a little bit of a scrub here. $220 is on the bar. The bar is loaded for Joe Whittaker of New Zealand. He has locked it out, ladies and gentlemen. Referee's decision is a good lift and 2 white lights. Successfully taking 220 kilograms and evening the score with Tony, who is next up to the platform with a massive 232. Second bench press attempt. And the bar is loaded for the big Australian. 232 kilograms. And that was a fast attempt at that, and 3 white lights for Tony at 232 kilograms. Once again, taking him back into the lead, 607 kilograms at the subtotal. All right, we're moving into our final round of bench pressing here at the World Powerlifting Pacific Challenge. Back to the top of the round, and Maxine Edwards will be coming out and attempting 72 kilograms, and the bar is loaded for Maxine at 72, coming off a successful 60, successful 70. 72 kilograms now on the bar. That is a great fight for a bench press there, and white lights for her effort as well. Great lifting there from Maxine. Putting everything into that last rep, successful at 72. We're now moving on to the New Zealander, Casey O'Malley, and 76 is once again on the bar for her after a missed attempt on the second, coming back out for a third now. at 76 kilograms. And the bar is loaded for Casey. Just shaking her head there, and Spotter's picking up the bar there for her. Unfortunately missing 2 attempts now on bench, but still in the game, and a 70 kilo successful attempt on her opener. Isabella Thompson is next out to the platform, and 87 kilograms. She's just looking for an extra 2 from her second attempt at 85, and the bar is loaded at 87. Not this time, it seems. Spotter's helping her back into the rack there at 87, and Kelly Fagan is up next. Another Australian representative, and 90 kilograms is going on the bar for her. 2 successful attempts at 80 and 85, and now another 5 kilogram jump to 90 kilograms, and the bar is loaded for Kelly at 90. Great fight. It is locked out, and the referee's decision is good, and 3 white lights at 90 kilograms, and 3 successful attempts there for Kelly. Susanna Yanella, 96, looking for another 2 kilograms. 94 successful, and now the bar is loaded at 96 for a third and final bench press. That looked a little faster than the second, actually, and 3 white lights it is. Great bench pressing there from Susanna today. And next up we have Bria De Jong returning to the platform. Successful 94 and then a 101, and now looking for an Australian sub-junior bench press record at 104, and the bar is loaded. Shaking her head there, needing a little bit of a hand. That was so close, just millimeters away from lockout. Unfortunately missing out that time, but a very respectable 101 on the board nonetheless. Once again, the New Zealand lifter, Barbara Alva'a, is coming out. A missed attempt at 110 in the second, and now 110 once again for a third and final bench press attempt. And the bar is loaded. Once again, a huge bench press attempt here, ladies and gentlemen, 110 at just a touch over 70 kilograms body weight. And this time it's looking good. It's up. 3 white lights and a good lift at 110 kilograms. Massive bench pressing there from Barbara. Amazing stuff. Moving into the men now, and James Tavaga from New Zealand in 180, and the bar is loaded. Very impressive pressing coming up. He's had a successful 160 and 170 and looking very good on both. Now looking for 180 kilograms on his third and final bench press attempt. It looks good. It is good, and 3 white lights, and he's a happy man at 180 kilograms. The Nauruan is next out. Tagat Duburia, 182, just looking for an extra 2 kilograms from his successful 180. Looking to add 2 more, and the bar is loaded for Tagat Duburia. Not this time, but 180 kilograms successful on his second, following a full 3 lift meet earlier this morning. Great lifting from the Nauruan. We are now coming out back to Connor Stanfield from New Zealand. Following a successful 185, is now looking at 190 kilograms. And the bar is loaded for Connor at 190. Great attempt, but unfortunately needing a little hand into the rack there at 190, but a respectable 185 on the board. We are now moving to the Nauruan lifter, Angan Gadubu. This will be an Oceania record bench press attempt, ladies and gentlemen, in 201 kilograms going on the bar for Angan. Oceania record attempt in the 94 kilogram class, and the bar is loaded at 201. Absolutely huge lifting here, ladies and gentlemen. Make some noise, 201 kilograms on the bar. Not this time, just getting sunk by the weight, unfortunately. Unlucky there at 201. Huge weight to hang on to though, and still a successful 190 on the board for Engen. Now moving to our two big men at the end, Joe Whittaker and Tony Rymeth. Joe Whittaker looking for a 226 kilogram bench press. 226. Have we got a loaded bar? The bar is loaded for Joe Whittaker of New Zealand. 226 kilograms. Third and final bench press attempt. Not this time. Just saying no at the bottom. Missing out on the 226, but a 220 is on the board for a second and still sitting at a subtotal of 600. And just a touch in front at 607 with one bench press attempt remaining as the big Australian Tony looking for a 237 kilogram bench press. Huge weights. And the bar is loaded for Tony at 237. This attempt will take him clear into the lead, leading into deadlifts. And it was fast too, it looks good. Referee's decision is good lift, 3 white lights. Successful at 237 kilograms. Taking him to a subtotal of 612 and 12 kilograms in front of Joe Whittaker leading into the deadlifts. This is going to be a very tight race at the end here, ladies and gentlemen. Please don't go anywhere. We will have a short 20-minute break before we come back to deadlifts. There are just about 5 shirts left, ladies and gentlemen. If you do want one, please come over to the desk and see Adele. My bad, I was like... We have one more session of deadlifts to go, ladies and gentlemen, and it will be a very exciting finish. If you have a seat, make sure you keep it. I haven't had a monster in 2 days, man. I'm having fucking withdrawals. All right, athletes, this is a 5-minute call. 5 minutes before the start of deadlifts and a last opportunity to change opening attempts. 5 minutes remaining before lifting begins here at the World Powerlifting Pacific Challenge. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are approaching the 3-minute mark before lifting begins. Athletes, that means no further changes to attempts. No further changes. All right, we're just on 60 seconds remaining before the beginning of the deadlifts here at the World Powerlifting Pacific Challenge. The bar is on the floor, ladies and gentlemen. This is where things really get exciting. I think we're going to see multiple record attempts, potentially some Australian, Oceania, potentially a world record. 30 seconds now before deadlift begins. I think we should all put our egos away now because some of these ladies are going to be moving some huge weights in the deadlift. First lifter up to the platform will once again be Maxine Edwards in 145 kilograms. And the bar is loaded for Maxine at 145. And the first deadlift of the session. Seemingly easy first attempt there. I'm still waiting for a decision from Mary. And 3 white lights it is for Maxine at 145. 158 is going on the bar for Susanna Yanella. Opening deadlift of 158 kilograms. And the bar is loaded now for Susanna at 158. Just 72 kilograms body weight today. And a lovely looking deadlift. And 3 white lights it is at 158. 170 is going on the bar now for our sub-junior lifter, Bria De Jong. Previously breaking a world record in the squat. 170 now in the deadlift, and the bar is loaded for Bria. Making very light work of 170 today, and 3 white lights it is. 7 kilograms being added to the bar now, and 177 will be attempted very soon by Kelly Fagan in the 72 kilogram class. $177. The bar is loaded for Kelly at 177. Opening deadlift attempt. Very easy attempt. 3 white lights it is for Kelly at 177. Another Australian lifter, Isabella Thompson, is looking for 180, so just 3 kilograms heavier than the previous lift, and the bar is loaded for Isabella. It is back on the floor and looking unsure, but 3 white lights it is at 180 for Isabella. 180 will stay on the bar for Casey O'Malley, and the bar is loaded. is back on the floor, and 3 white lights. It is at 180. Moving right along to the next lifter, representing New Zealand along with Casey. Barbara Alvar coming out to 190 kilograms. 70.75 on the scale. And now 190 for an opening deadlift attempt, and the bar is loaded for Barbara. She has stood up with it. It's back on the floor, ladies and gentlemen, and 3 white lights at 190 kilograms for the New Zealander Barbara. Jumping into our men this round now, and the bar will be going to 270 kilograms. New Zealand lifter James Tavaga. The bar's back on the floor, and it's loaded at 270 kilograms for James. Just not maintaining control of that one, losing the bar, and it will be a no lift. It is a no lift at 270 on the opener. I imagine he'll be coming out, getting that on the next attempt, but right now we're going to Connor Stanford, and 280 is going on the bar for Connor, representing New Zealand. And the bar is loaded for Connor at 280 kilograms. Fairly comfortable there. And it is white lights for Connor at 280 kilograms. Moving up to our big men now, and Tony Rymeth from Australia, and 300 is going on the bar for his opening deadlift. Tony setting a new Australian record of 375 in the squat. And the bar is loaded now at 300, opening deadlift attempt. He has stood up with it, made it look fairly easy too. And 3 white lights it is for Tony, taking him to a huge total of 912 with 2 deadlift attempts remaining. And now Joe Whittaker, the New Zealander, just a few kilograms behind, is coming out to attempt a 310 opening deadlift, and the bar is loaded for Joe. Very nice attempt there at 310, and it is 3 white lights, and now just 2 kilograms separating the two big men. Australia versus New Zealand. 2 kilograms in it. Tony just leading the race with 2 deadlift attempts to go, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be very tight all the way down to the wire here in the 120 plus kilogram class. And now we're back to the top of the round, and we're moving back to Maxine Edwards from Niue. And 160 is being loaded on the bar for her second deadlift attempt. It looks like we're ready to go, and the bar is loaded for Maxine Edwards at 160 and a second deadlift. Fairly easy attempt once again, and 3 white lights it is. The lifter from Niue. Jumping up 12 kilograms now, and 172 is going on the bar for Susanna. And the bar is loaded now at 172. Very nice controlled pull, and 3 white lights it is once again for Susanna Ianella. Bria De Jong is next out, ladies and gentlemen, and 180 kilograms is going on the bar for this sub-junior lifter, just 17 years of age. 180 kilograms, and the bar is loaded for Bria. A second deadlift attempt. It looked good for me, and the referees agree, and 3 white lights it is at 180 kilograms for Bria. Isabella Thompson from Australia, 188, looking for an extra 8 kilograms over her opening attempts, and the bar is loaded for Isabella at 188. Very nice deadlift. Lovely control. 3 white lights, and deservedly so at 188 for Isabella. Kelly Fagan is next out, and 190 is going on the bar for her. I believe she had a squat record, Australian squat record earlier in the competition. We're now looking for a 190 kilogram deadlift for Kelly. And the bar is loaded at 190 kilograms. Just 69.55 on the scale. 190 attempt now. referee's decision. 2 decisions to come, and it is 2 white lights. And a good lift there for Kelly. $190 is staying on the bar, and the bar is loaded for Casey. Great pull at 180 earlier. Looking for 190 now. It looks good once again, and it is good. 3 white lights for Casey O'Malley of New Zealand. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Barbara Alvar, 200 kilograms is going on the bar for a new Oceania record deadlift attempt. And the bar is loaded at 200. Make some noise, ladies and gentlemen. This is a new Oceania deadlift record attempt at 200 kilograms. She has stood up with it, ladies and gentlemen. It's back on the floor, waiting for a decision, and it is 3 red lights. Just going to go and confirm what that was for. Bit of downward movement of the bar. The bar must only travel in an upwards direction, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of downward movement on the way up there, but a great attempt, and still 1 attempt left in the bag today for Barbara. In the meantime, we have James Tavaga at 270. And the bar is loaded for James. Little off balance at the top of the last one. Let's see what he can do here now with 270. And made it look convincing this time. And it is a good lift, and 3 white lights for James at 270. Connor Stanfield, also a New Zealand athlete now, successful at 280 and now a 295 kilogram deadlift next. 295 going on the bar for Connor. The second deadlift attempt of the competition. And the bar is loaded for Connor at 295. Nice controlled deadlift once again from Connor. Great lifting, and 3 white lights it is at 295. I expect a 300 plus potentially coming up for him in the final round. But right now we're moving back to the race of the year, and 2 kilograms in it, ladies and gentlemen, between the big Australian Tony and the big New Zealander Joe. Just 2 kilograms separates them. And now 318, and the bar is loaded for Tony. He has stood up with it. The referee's decision is good, and 3 white lights at 318. Successful attempt, and taking his total up to a huge 930 kilograms. Joe Whitaker with a second attempt to come, and 327 kilograms is on the board and now very close to being on the bar. $327 kilograms. It's being lowered to the floor as we speak. And now the bar is loaded for Joe Whittaker of New Zealand, 327 kilograms. He has done it by the looks, ladies and gentlemen. The referee's decision is good on 3 white lights. Successful attempt there and taken him to a 927 kilogram total with 1 lift remaining. Things are going to get very tight, and it will come right down to the wire here in the 120 plus kilogram class, ladies and gentlemen. Huge deadlifts are yet to come. We do have 4 shirts left. They are very limited, ladies and gentlemen. If you are looking for some official competition merchandise, get yourself down to the table and purchase one of the last 4 in existence. Right now, we're getting back to the top of the round, and our final deadlifts of the competition here at the World Powerlifting Pacific Challenge. The final round of deadlifts will begin, and the bar is loaded at 165 for Maxine Edwards. She has stood up. It is back on the floor, and white lights once again at 165. Leaving her with a 397 kilogram total. Susanna Yanella at 179 kilograms now. 2 very nice looking deadlifts previous at 158 and 172, and now attempting 179, and the bar is loaded for Susanna. That looked good from here, and the referee's decision is good on 3 white lights. I do like a good conventional pull. That is a great lift. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our sub-junior athlete, Bria De Jong from Australia, will be coming out to attempt a 187 kilogram deadlift, which I believe, I have been told, is a sub-junior total world record attempt. Absolutely unbelievable lifting from this young lady in 187 kilograms. And the bar is loaded for Bria De Jong. She has stood up with it. We're going to get the decision very shortly. 2 red lights. Unlucky there, and the decision was for... Looked like a lockout issue there. Hips must be through, shoulders behind the bar. Unfortunately, missing out. Still some very great lifting and finishing on a 487 kilogram total. Looks like we might have a question from the jury. Looks like there has been a challenge from her coach, Simon Bergener, and there is a jury here, ladies and gentlemen. 3 international referees sitting on the jury. And there will be a decision made very shortly, I'm sure. In the meantime, sit tight. The bar will be moving to 194 in the meantime as we wait for a jury's decision. And it is a big decision. This is a world record decision. And ladies and gentlemen, a sub-junior world record decision. Have we got a decision? And will remain a no lift. Unlucky there. Unlucky for Bria. Very great attempt. But it looks like we're ready to go here, and the bar is loaded at 194 kilograms. Isabella Thompson. That is an extreme effort, but could not quite stand up with the weight this time. We just need a decision from the referee on the far side. Thank you very much, and a no lift there. Just a kilo being added to the bar, and 195 for Kelly. The bar is loaded. The bar is back on the floor, and the referee's decision is good, and 3 white lights and a successful lift at 195 kilograms, and moving her to a 462 kilogram total and a 461 Wilkes score. All right, Casey O'Malley is next out for New Zealand. The bar is loaded at 200 kilograms. And once again, a record. Oceania deadlift record here, 200 kilograms. It's moving. Not this time, unfortunately. That is the second attempt at the Oceania deadlift record. But right now, we're going to have another one, ladies and gentlemen, and it looks like 210. So it looks like we have Barbara going for a deadlift record and a total record in Oceania. 210 is being loaded onto the bar, ladies and gentlemen, for Barbara Alvara. This is a world total record attempt, ladies and gentlemen, and an Oceania deadlift record attempt from Barbara from New Zealand, and the bar is loaded. Make some noise for a world record total and an Oceania deadlift record. 210 is on the bar. Not there this time. Changing up the stance for the last one. Some great attempts there. Some good attempts at records. Right now, though, we have James Tavaga from New Zealand, and 280 is going on the bar for him for third and final deadlift. Still have a number of very exciting lifts to go here, ladies and gentlemen. And the bar is loaded for James Tavaga, 280 kilograms. Looks like he's just had a problem with his grip. And red lights in this instance for James. Still a respectable total of 750 and 416 Wilks points. Connor Stanfield is next up from New Zealand as well, and now he is going for a 300 kilogram deadlift following a successful 280, 295, and the bar is loaded at 300 now. He has got the down call from the head referee today, and 3 white lights it is, and a successful 300 attempt, taking him to a 770 kilogram total. First place in the 120s and a 443.905 Wilks score. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have more records under threat now. We have come down to our final 2 deadlifts of the competition here at the World Powerlifting Pacific Challenge. 2 lifters remain with just a few kilos in it here, ladies and gentlemen. And the first out to the platform will be Tony Rymouth from Australia with a 333 kilogram deadlift attempt, and I believe a total record attempt for Australia. 333 and an Australian total record in the 120 plus. The bar is loaded for Tony. Final 2 lifts, ladies and gentlemen. Make some noise. Get up. Just losing grip in the final inches of that deadlift. Unsuccessful, but still leading Joe Whitaker by 3 kilograms. Looks like we might have some changes on the deadlift. There is a change happening. 334. Looks like the new number for Joe Whitaker for the win. We are just getting this bar cleaned up, ladies and gentlemen. This is the final lift of the World Powerlifting Pacific Challenge. And 334 kilograms is on the bar. And the bar is loaded for Joe Whitaker of New Zealand. This is the final lift of the entire competition. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Joe. Unfortunately, letting that one go. Maybe a little bit lightheaded. Great attempt there. Unsuccessful in this instance, which makes Tony Rymuth the winner today in the 120 plus kilogram class. Thanks very much, everybody, for watching the World Powerlifting Pacific Challenge here at the Fitness Show Sydney. Thanks to City Strength, Samtech, Powerlifting Australia, and of course World Powerlifting. We'll see you all